Welcome to the city of Waterside, which is growing very nicely at the moment and really starting to develop. And while I was actually growing it, because obviously we've moved the city on quite considerably since the last time I recorded, mainly because it's a question of just keeping the city growing and building. You can see the city's now started to expand out to this area here, and we're kind of pushing towards 30,000 square feet. We've got the Arc to Triumph, which I will explain after showing you this, and we've now got 506 service buildings. Now what actually happened was I was quite happily building away, and I show you the elementary school available, and it was right down here about 12,000, and then suddenly we seemed to have a baby boom, and it shot right up almost within a few weeks, as though all the kids were suddenly decided that it was very important for them to go to school. So we had this kind of quite substantial baby boom type effect, which basically unlocked the Arc to Triumph. Now the question is where to put it. Now I'd like to put it somewhere where it's going to have some significance. I mean, it's a fairly large building. I mean, I don't really want to just stick it in some obscure location. Actually, that looks quite a nice place for it over here, actually. So can we drop it in there? But we're going to have to put a small two-way service road in. Get back here. I've got the one-way. I have the one-way road. Had the one-way roads enabled purely and simply because I had a problem with one of the roads going the wrong way, and I was checking, and it pays to do it. I think let's just drop that in there. We now have the Arc to Triumph sat in the centre. Of course, it's going to probably say that it needs water, which we haven't provided. So we're going to have to... Yep, there's the water symbol. And we're just... I mean, we're at a point now where we can be fairly relaxed. We can drop some power in. I mean, I would have preferred it to have faced the other way, but I think it looks cool. I like that. I mean, it's got a symmetry to it, and I think what we can do actually is... I mean, I know I haven't been very big with the trees, but I think we can drop some trees in around it as well. Make it look... I don't want the trees, I want the arch to be open so you can look through it. Yeah, I like that. So we've now unlocked the Arc to Triumph. You can see we've now built up a little bit of... There, I've also put did some more work with putting some more stations in, trying to get the city to grow. It's kind of seems to be, how can you say, pulsing. It's probably a good word to describe how the city is actually growing at the moment, and in the sense that we'll just put some light commercial here, and I've put this small little wodge of residential here just to kind of feed in this work. So it's probably a good tip to mention that if you keep residential and commercial near small blocks of industrial rather than building large, it's a bit of a mistake I've made up here. I was starting to build a really big industrial area here, and it was becoming very difficult to maintain the population. You can see I've also started to expand over here a little bit. Actually, I don't want that there. I don't want these on the connections to the area, then I think we can quite relaxed and we can drop a road in like that. As I say, I'm not going to be sticking rigidly to any form of layout anymore. I'm basically going to be freebasing this in, and I think we can probably just drop high density here and maybe a bit close to the commercial there, so maybe we'll just drop a little bit this side and this side. You have to be a little bit careful because this is saying demand, but with a city this side, if it suddenly decides it needs to expand, it will expand in, say, these areas, or contract is the opposite way thing that can happen. If it expands and contracts, what will happen is that this total will fluctuate quite considerably. I think we still got a little bit of residential commercial demand there, so I'm not going to push it on the point of view from the commercial. Maybe we can drop a little bit of commercial in here, back towards the residential there. I've put we have a rail station there, and kind of just filling in this area here, which is going quite well. And I think what we can do is just drop a little bit of more industrial there, just to keep the industry going. Maybe a little bit more over here. Actually, what we can do probably is, what is that? Oh, it's like a small industrial complex, but again, I don't want to crowd out these areas completely. So, and I think that's working well. I like that. I really like that. But I think we can do is a little bit of a once over check on the city. Oh, the other thing I've also done is I've started to open up this area for some industry as well. You can see it's struggling a little bit, so what I might do actually is maybe consider putting out a residential area here, but do I really want to do that? Because we've got plenty of room to expand at the moment. I think what I will do though is, I think it's time to connect this, and you've guessed it, in goes the roundabout. The guy with the roundabout obsession. We can, well, this one will be a 180. Let's drop a small roundabout in here. Just like this. We'll click blink you, and we're just going to stick off these pieces here, come to here, and of course we're going to freestyle this into here, like that. Hopefully this will go the other way, and then we're going to upgrade this to a highway, just so we get a nice flow of traffic. I think we can just delete this off the end here, I think. We'll just pick up a normal road here. But I think we can afford to be a little bit relaxed here. And I think this can come up here like that. I mean, even industrial areas don't have to be rigidly boring. We'll just bring you in here, that will give a connection through here, which might ease off some of the pressure on there. I mean, traffic wise, I'm starting to develop a fairly kind of serious problem up in this area here. You can see the amount of traffic that's flowing through here. You can see the queue building back up here, which is causing a little bit of a problem because you've got a lot of traffic coming into here, which is kind of causing, you know, because a lot of it's coming up here, wants to go round and go into this area, and this is then causing a tailback this way. So I really need to think about, I'm not sure what I can do about this. Part of me says come down through here. I mean, obviously I've put some small slip roads in, but this is not working completely. I don't know if this can be. If I come up with this, no, it's not going to. I mean, I could knock this area down here, and we can see if we can doesn't really want to come up like that. See if that actually has an effect to speed the game up a bit. That might kind of take some pressure off of that corner there. Yep, that's eased a little bit of pressure into this industrial area. And that might actually improve the flow. It's getting dark again. I mean, it would be nice to take, maybe pick this road up somehow and kind of somehow come round and connect into there, but I'm not sure how I could do that. I mean, I've put a slip road there, but it doesn't seem to have had any effect on the traffic. Because I think a lot of this traffic wants to come round this way. I don't know whether I can put a small, do what I did earlier in the game, is don't know whether that will, no, it's messy, don't like that. I think this is one of the dangers that you can get into if you start doing things like this. Can I get this through here somehow? Like that. Will that actually, see if that actually improves. The trouble is it will introduce another junction here with crossing traffic. It doesn't seem to have had any effect. There's traffic flowing around here. I mean, it is going the right direction. Yep. Probably the best solution would be to try and find some way to get the traffic to move in another direction. I don't think that's actually had any benefit whatsoever, so I think we're going to take that. Oh, no, got the first one coming across, so. Maybe we'll leave it there for a little while. My impatience there, sorry guys. Oh, got a few trucks now coming off here, and they're flowing around there. That might actually ease off the flow a little bit by providing a shortcut through here. That seems to ease off some of the flow here. And I mean, ideally I would like to have something off of here which would go work underground. I suppose I could go above ground, but the trouble is these are all underground. Maybe when the daylight comes back I'll have a look at that and see anywhere else where we go. Just so we can have a quick check on how we're doing the buildings. 506 service buildings, 21,000 industrial, got a little bit of commercial again. Where are we going to drop the commercial? Nearly put some there, which would have been a mistake. I think maybe we can drop a little bit more commercial just here on this corner. Keep filling it in. And any traffic on this road here? Yep, we've pulled off a little bit of traffic from this area there, which is good. Got a little bit of... Nope, nearly done it again. I think we can drop a bit of commercial in here, but just keep building this commercial area up. I mean, we've got plenty of space for residential, because obviously this area is full. We've got this area to expand over here, but we could drop a little bit more high density in there. What I'm kind of been trying to do is just let the city grow out very, very slowly. And the gaps here, these gaps here are being left for office. So maybe we'll just get up here. So again, we've got a bit more industrial. I really wouldn't like, I'm getting reluctant to develop that industrial area. So I think what we're going to do is try and put a bit of focus on this industrial area. And try and, because if we keep expanding this area over here, we're going to pour even more traffic in through here. And really what I want to do is start shifting the emphasis down this way. Have a quick look at the public transport situation. I did create this little spur here, maybe here, which I don't know if this station's actually carrying anyone, not at the moment, probably because this area is not becoming quite interesting enough. I think maybe when it comes daylight we're going to do a little bit of work in this area, or maybe I'll leave that till off camera. That looks like we've got a water problem over here which needs to be addressed. Yep. Obviously I've been a bit negligent in this area. So we'll drop there. How is the water? I mean, generally the services are good. You can see the education's high. High school's getting a little bit low again. So can we drop a high school in somewhere? So we got high school over here. We don't have a nice high school here, so maybe we can drop a high school in here. That will kind of make everyone a little bit happy, a little bit of overflow over to there. Fire. We've got a problem with the fire service there. We've got a big problem with fire coverage here. So maybe we can, probably because of the traffic problems. So maybe we will just drop in a fire station here. Go back, just flip back to the fire station again, have another quick check. Again, we've got a problem with fire here. Maybe we can just drop something in just here. When again, it's because of these service building requirements, I can afford to be extravagant because you can see I've got to put another 80 fire buildings in. So we might as well just go a little bit over the top just to do it. I mean, generally I don't like doing this, but I think in this circumstance I think it's just a necessity. Actually, let's get a fire and a police station just in here, and maybe we'll just drop a health clinic in as well, just for completeness. Put a health clinic there, and maybe a sauna. I mean, it's a bit artificial, but I don't think there's much we can actually do about this, because the cities are going. We're up to 221,000, so we're pushing really nicely on towards that. Let's just have a look at the view. Yeah, my favourite view. I think that view's awesome, especially like that. I mean, look at that. Statue of Liberty with my fake pseudo Manhattan behind it. Skyline of the sun coming up over there, and the ferries leaving, the city growing there, and then we got over this side of the city. Yeah, so let's get out of there. Yeah, I mean, look at that, the aircraft taking off. London Eye. I really like this. It's awesome. Yeah, it's really wonderful. And the gherkin's lit up, so this is my. Look at that, the water. Let's just see if we can get that. Oops. There we are. See the sun coming up over the city. So I really like that. So what we're going to do is, just before I go, I think I will just lay out this area here. I think what I'm going to do is be pretty boring again, guys. Sorry. I think I'm going to build round about here, but we're only going to have a pretty small one this time, because this is going to feed a new residential area. Oops, that went in too far. I say this is going to feed a new residential area that will service that industrial area. You can call it, you can almost say it's going to be a small little village community. So, and we're going to just come out here. But we're just going to take these out. This one may have to be straight. Yeah, it's a little bit obnoxious, but not much I can do about it. I think this one's going to be quite happily tree lined. I think I will actually no. Let's do something different. I think what we're going to do is we're going to come out there, like that, and what we're going to do is see if we can just get a little bit of a curve going. Here. Maybe come out again. I think this time we'll come out 11. That's got a bit wonky. We're just going to guess this. I say it doesn't have to be perfect. Yep. So we've got a beginnings of a new residential area here. Just sneak that out, and we'll build this in over time. You can see quite a substantial bit of commercial. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop a commercial area in here and just keep you away from that junction. That commercial area, actually no, we won't do that. I think we'll put the commercial area just drop a little bit of a commercial area in there, and obviously we're going to need a fire station and a police station. Medical clinic. Of course, we're going to have to put a crematorium in. We've got a water problem. And what we're going to do is we're going to dezone these because I don't want that there. Got water. And of course we're going to come back this way, like this. This is going to be my kind of small industrial suburb. And I think we're just snick the power cables over here, like that. Oops, nope. Okay, do it that way, I don't care. That will just connect, should just connect up this area. Nope, it's not. So we're just going to have to come over like that. So just to round this part off, we're going to drop a metro station in, say about there. Yeah, because I want it facing that way. Going to kind of want it to freestyle up a little bit. So maybe we're curve round like that. Why is that not connecting up power wise? Oh, I haven't done it this end. Bit of a fail there, guys, sorry. And we'll just sneak back to the metro, pick up that, and what we should be able to do is drag this to here and then drop some extra lines in there, and so that means that people living here will be able to travel up to there very, very quickly. And we've got this commercial going in here, so I'm just going to drop a bit more commercial in, and then that will be it for the end of this part. So I'm not sure where we're going to drop it in. Where should we put some more commercial in? We've got a little bit of commercial demand here, so I think we can drop some commercial in there. Maybe a little bit over here. Just padding out the areas that got, maybe we can, these guys have got a shortage of customers, so there's no point doing that there. Maybe we can just expand this a little bit this way, maybe come down across here. Actually, let's put a little bit of commercial there and up there like that. So this will grow. And what have we got here? Got a little bit of commercial. Maybe we can drop some commercial in there. just to fill in this kind of little bit of an end here, and maybe a little bit over there, but I don't want to, because we may need to expand this way. So we've got some power cables that we don't need anymore, so we'll just snick them out, and that should kind of open up this area. And just drop maybe a little bit of light commercial in there and a little bit of light commercial there. I think that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. The city's still growing, 222,000. We've got 518, so what's that? We've got another 82 service buildings to put in, which is quite a tall order. We've got up to 21,000 industrial. Of course, I will be continue playing off camera, just to get the city growing. So let's drop a little bit more residential in this area, just to provide some workers for this area, and that might pull away some of the demand off of this road up here. We'll just have a quick look to see how. You see, this area's still bad, but it's flowing, because I think what happens is you get this surge traffic. You can see the queue here is kind of disappeared a bit. And as I say, what I will do off camera is have a look at this and see if we can actually do anything to improve it. Maybe put some kind of a traffic junction over here. I think it's going to be a little bit difficult to actually do anything. But that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the episode, and until the next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.